Hi, welcome back to Fonte Show with myself, Faustina Anyang, on Ladies Let's Talk Business. This morning, our focus is going to be on consistency. So the question is, how consistent are you with an idea or the business you have decided to do? You know, you can never succeed in anything you do without being consistent at it. And when I say consistent, I mean every single day. Can you eat, breathe, sleep, wake up on it and feel happy and not be drained and not feel drained and not feel overwhelmed and not feel frustrated? How consistent are you with the idea you want to pursue? And before I go deep into the topic, I would first of all want to thank all of you for all the birthday wishes on my birthday yesterday. I had a wonderful time with my family, and my friends. And thank you all so much for, sending in all the messages via social media, WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whichever way you use in reaching out. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. And if you're not yet following me on social media, at Fonte, Faunte, you will see it come on the screen. So today the topic is consistency. Now, sisters, I want you to pay attention. Sisters, brothers, if you want to go into business, this is very important. Ask yourself this question: am I going to be able to consistently drive this idea? 80% of businesses that fail are because the person who is, running the business is not even convinced in the idea and is not able to wake up every day and maintain, the determination, the drive to consistently sustain and, pursue that idea. So this is a very important question you need to ask yourself. Why do I want to go, this direction? Am I going to be able to consistently, drive this idea? And I've come up with 5 P's. You have to listen and look at these P's and know which one is driving you towards the idea. And is it sustainable? Can you consistently focus and drive on it? So let's see. Now, the first comes up as prove or pride. And this prove and pride, reason usually comes from pride, comes from revenge, comes from wanting to belong, comes from, wanting to prove a point. Sometimes when people have been let down, and they feel they want to revenge or they want to get at whoever, whatever, grudge they have about in that area. And sometimes people go into these businesses just to cause confusion. And then sometimes people go into things for the sake of the pride, to feel for the status quo, for the titles, the accolades, the applauses, just to be in the limelight. And sometimes people go into businesses just to, just to belong with a particular group of people. Now, that is one. And then the second P would be purpose. For me, this is the most important one. If you want to start a business, ask yourself, is this going to be a purposeful one for me? Can it give me the sense of fulfillment? If it's not purposeful for you, then it becomes difficult for you to see it as a way of life. Now, it's not enough to have, to see something as purposeful. Are you passionate about it? Can you wake up on it? Can you keep going when, when the challenges begin to come, when people are not supporting you, when the money is not there? Are you going to still be passionate? Are you going to still be able to wake up every day and go on it? So you need to have passion. That's the third P. And the last P, why people go into business, is simply their pockets, and which is also good, which is good, but then it's good to focus on the money. But then when the money comes, how are you going to get the motivation to keep going? Because once you get the money, you find out that the creativity part of it, you are not going to be able to wake up and come up with any idea on that. We see this play out most of the times in, especially music industry, where people rush in, probably have one hit and make money, make name, and then boom, we can't see them anymore. You wait for next 10 years, no more music is coming. So because if you don't have it, and if you're not passionate about it, it's not a purpose for you, then once you get the money, the distractions are going to be there. How are you going to wake up every day with a new idea, a new way of inventing yourself within that idea or business? So it's very, very important. So these are the 4 P's: pride, purpose, passion, and pocket. So which of these P's is driving you to that business, to do that business? Why? Actually, this is a private question. You need to ask yourself. And when you are able to answer this question, then you'll be able to determine why you're being frustrated, or you're happy, or why your business is doing the way it is, or you have the to evaluate yourself and your ideas. Are you doing it just to spite somebody? Are you doing it just to pull down somebody? Are you doing it just to prove a point? Are you just just want to have some awards and that's it? So these are questions you need to ask yourself. Now, let's come down to purpose and passion, which is, for me, for you to do anything, you must have the passion, and you must find your purpose in it. Now, again, these two are not enough, but this is the first step. So when you have looked at it, you're passionate about this idea, and then you find that it can be purposeful, it can it can give you your life purpose. Then the next question you're going to ask yourself is, do I have the skills to sustain this idea? Do I have the skills? If I don't have the skills, what can I do about this skill? Remember, we are talking about sustainability and consistency here. Now, if I don't have the skill, am I able to acquire the skill? What is it going to cost me to acquire this skill? How long is it going to take me to acquire the skill that I need? And when I mean skill, I mean at least the basic skill that will sustain your idea, even when you don't have money to pay other people to do it. Do you have the necessary skill to keep going? Now, when you have answered that question, if you do or you do not have that skill, have you determined how you're going to get that skill? Have you determined what you're going to do if you don't have that skill? Now, if once you have ticked that one, then the next question will be, how are you going to drive it? What gives you the joy in it? What makes it a purpose for you? You need to define that as well. Then, do I have the character? Am I able, do I have what it takes? Can I trust myself to be able to do this? Do I have the patience? Do I have the, what's it called now? The attitude, the right attitude? Do I have the ability to learn? Do I have the patience to, to endure? To go through all the processes that this will take me through? Do I have the ability to manage my expectations? So these are things that you need to ask yourself. Am I trustworthy? Can people trust me? Can I trust myself? So that's it. That's another question you need to ask yourself. And then, do I have the resources? Now, this is a very important one, especially for people who are married. This is where most marriages collapse, or most, especially women. When you want to start a business and You know, you need to ask yourself, where would the resources come to sustain this idea when, when probably in a few years when you're struggling and all that? Do you think that your spouse will be there to sustain that idea with you? Do you have the resources? Will that business encroach into your family? If it does, how have you mapped out, how are you going to go around it? How will you and your spouse be able to deal with it? So resources. So these are the most important things now. So first of all, you discover that you have the purpose and you have passion. This idea is going to give you your life purpose and you have the passion. Now, do you have the necessary skills? Do you have the character? And do you have the resources to sustain it before this your idea is enough to sustain you or to serve you back? Now, these are very, very important points for you to first of all ask yourself and be very brutally honest with yourself before you go into any form of, whether it's business or career, or these are things that will inform your decision. you know because if you don't answer these questions, it's going to be hard for you to make an informed decision. So I see a lot of ladies, especially on social media, every single day they're jumping from this product, that is what is selling now, this and that, and oftentimes you see them frustrated. Now, this is time for you to begin to think consistency, sustainability, and longevity. Can you grow in what idea you have? Can you continue to develop what idea or whatever business you want to do and be known for it and grow with it? Success never comes from jumping from one place to another. Success gives you peace of mind, happiness, and money comes with it as well over time. So you need to begin to learn how to be consistent. Be consistent in your idea. Be consistent in what you want to do. Find your purpose in what before you go into something. Make sure that that thing you want to do is going to serve your purpose. So, every idea you have, every vision you have can lead you to success, depending on what you call success. For me, success means, I'm able to feed myself from what I do. I'm happy doing what I do. It gives me sense of fulfillment, and it does not tamper with my health of mind and body, and it gives me joy and time to to spend time with my family. So this is, definition of success. If you have a wealth of money but you don't have family, then you haven't succeeded. If you have wealth of money and it tampers with your religious success, then or spiritual success, then you're not successful. Then if you have a wealth of money and material things and your mind is not at peace, you have poor mental health or physical health, because of your work or your business, then you are not yet successful. Success is, all around your life, having a balance. That is what I call success. So if you haven't achieved this, or if your business is not giving you this, then you are still on your work level. You're working on it. So you have to ask yourself, am I going to, over 10 years, over 20 years, am I going to be able to consistently continue in my idea and sustain it, until I achieve the success I'm looking for? So that is a question for you today. That is all of it for me today, Faustina Anyanwu. And if you need any assistance with your business, your ideas, know that I'm always here as your mentor and business consultant or coach, whatever you call it. If you need help, sign up and we can have a chat. We can have a sit down and map out how you can take up your life and create the life you want. So that's all of it for me today. Ladies, let's talk business. Now, this is an assignment for you. Go back on the drawing table, ask yourself, why am I doing this? Which of the P's do I fall in? Thank you so much.